Today, I want to build a house in The Sims, but I can only use each item once. That means no matching kitchen counters, no matching doors and windows, and every wall is an accent wall. But we still have to make this look good. This is the shell we're going to be working with today. It is quite simple, but that is on purpose. Because for walls, I am only allowed to do one wall, and that's it. Like if I had a bump out, I'd have to do a separate one on that side, and I don't think my brain can work with that. But before we get into the build, I am part of the EA Creator Network. I've been gifted a couple packs in the past, and I do have a creator code Sarah that you can use when checking out on the EA app or thesims.com. If you'd like to financially support me, I will make a small commission. Let's get into the video. So thinking about the walls, I actually do want to do that on this one, and then we can do that one up there. Maybe that would look okay. If we go with this cats and dog siding, it's like your eye kind of doesn't initially pick up that it's different, but I guess we do have to do something different on the roof piece. I think we can try to keep a dusty brown tone on all of the sides of the walls, and this siding matches the one we did on the roof, but it's different because it's built in a little column on the side there. And for the roofing, I did specifically choose to only use 2 roof pieces. I was initially thinking we could do sheet metal since we have some kind of similar ones, but these summit shingles from Snowy Escape and the Tomorani tiles from For Rent are similar enough that it kind of looks okay. And then for roof trim, we can do a beveled one and a square one. Now, here is our first like really difficult challenge, and that is going to be with the windows. So my goal is for each side of the house to look okay on its own side. So if we can get the front looking cohesive, that's good enough for me. We can do totally different windows on the other side. I'm thinking we do an entry here, and I actually might want to do a platform just for some visual interest. And then we might be able to get away with a few of these windows. They kind of look like they're all one variation of the same window, I think. We do have a lot of floor to ceiling windows, and maybe we can kind of squeeze something together that might look okay. That actually doesn't look that bad with the For Rent window. Those actually go together really quite nicely. And here on this side of the second floor, maybe we can do a window like that. The For Rent windows could really be presenting an opportunity for us here because they have a lot of variations, just like the Snowy Escape windows. If we come up here, what if actually we do 2 of these windows from the Greenhouse Haven kit? One is open and one is not. All we really have left is a window or windows for this bedroom here. I think there are some Snowy Escape windows that we didn't use yet. Like we didn't use this big one. Maybe we could kind of do something like that. That looks really nice regardless of if things are supposed to match or not anyway. Also, whatever flooring I use out here, I cannot use inside. I can't even do something like that because to me, that is 2 times. Oh, wait, we'll just do the cushiony concrete on the actual porch patio and the sidewalk slabs there. Those are actually different things, believe it or not. Am I wild for thinking that like this kind of looks okay? I think you have to just really quickly look at the outside of the house before you go inside. The hard part comes with landscaping. I can do a hedgerow right here, and maybe we'll kind of get a tree. Maybe the tree will like distract you from how weird the house looks, right? You're like, wow, the tree looks really nice. I don't notice that none of the windows match. Don't tell anyone I told you this. But for some reason, in debug, they've put this hedgerow as a debug item in like multiple packs. This one is in the base game. This one, the same thing, is debug from For Rent. We have a different swatch of the same hedgerow from Cottage Living and a slightly different swatch again from University. Now, what do we do on this side? I don't know. What if we actually did not do landscaping? I was like, what if we kind of line the lot? Because if this all connects, it counts as using it one time, obviously. That still doesn't really explain why there's no landscaping up to the house. Maybe we just need a debug low-lying yellow pale flower right there. Bro, it does not look good. That does not look good. But if I size them down, then I'm going to have to find more bushes to use because they won't line the whole thing. Maybe the high hedge, and we size down the high hedge and no one can tell. I do need to make sure that we have a trash can because I actually did not give us like a little patio other than what we have out here. So maybe this is our exterior where we have only used everything once. No, I just realized this also means no super subtle saucer light. Well, 1 super subtle saucer light. Like we can do 1 right here, and then we can take the subtle saucer light and size that down, but everything else we're on our own. I specifically left all of this open because to me, that counts as 1 use of the flooring. And I just realized that this being different, I cannot use the same flooring. What is like similar enough? Or do we go for something totally different? Maybe we go for a tile, since that's like like the entry. I can kind of vibe with that. Our next big task is kitchen counters. I did this challenge years ago, and basically what I did was I made it like red, orange, yellow. I was like, oh my gosh, rainbow counters. But I would like to challenge myself a little bit more this time and figure out like what we have that has relatively the same wood swatch and or counter swatch. I don't know if we can get both. To me, these feel very similar. It all looks really bad. Of course, we do need a storyline for this build as well. And so my first thought was maybe it's an art installation, like showcasing different design styles throughout decades. But then I thought maybe this is a home renovator and maybe they have their own like reality show or HGTV show and they show like their life of luxury. But actually they've blown a ton of their money on random stuff, and so they have to build their own house out of like leftovers from their own renos. I think I want kind of an eat-in kitchen moment, and maybe this is time for like a pop of color to drown out all of the brown that we have going on. And maybe they have like these metal chairs left over from a set or something. And now is the time for the tiles in the kitchen. I want to use a different wall pattern on every wall. I don't even want to like do the same one but in a different swatch. So this Love Struck one works out really well because it has one without a mosaic and one with a mosaic, and we can put the mosaic one on the wall with the cabinet so it's mostly covered up. Not that it's not pretty, it's just it looks like it blends in then. And what about this light pink on the wall here? I'm gonna use this corporate planter thing from Businesses and Hobbies and size it down. I feel like that adds a really nice touch of green and earthiness. And clutter is pretty easy, so I'm just going to throw in a little bit of clutter, and this will be our kitchen and dining area. Moving over to the living area now, we can just do like white walls for most of this because we have a ton of different swatches of like white walls. I don't really know what to do about lighting. We could kind of make this hanging light a fun feature that kind of frames the TV. And I was avoiding doing curtains in the kitchen just because I felt like we don't really need those, right? But here it would probably make sense to have them. Now the problem is, while the curtains are actually separate items, we only have one curtain rod, and I guess we could do something like that and say that that's good enough. I really like the vibes of the Snowy Escape couch right here. Am I getting too fun with the rugs to the point where like it doesn't look good? I kind of think this area does look okay with like that rug and everything, but then when you twist it back over here and we did a fun rug in the kitchen, I do not know what to think. I was going to maybe use something from a different pack, but the Snowy Escape chairs, we can get two of the same chairs, but they're different because one of them has a blanket and the other one does not. Do I actually want two chairs though, now that I'm thinking about it? Now I'm about to make one of the most consequential decisions of the build, and that is I might be adding the authority right here. That might be our one and only authority of the build. Authority of the build! If you're new here, that's my favorite plant. I add it all the time in every single build. Maybe we'll get something useful and do a little book stack right there. Now that I think about it, this wall actually looks super blank. Maybe a bookshelf is the right move in here. I really want to do like a little side table there, but don't I also like to use that one as a bedside table? Snowy Escape does have other bedside tables that I like, so maybe we can justify using this one here. I don't really know about any of this. We need another door for the bathroom, I can tell you that much. Something that is similar and yet not similar. Like this one. I still don't really know what we're doing on the walls. Maybe a deep green accent could look good. Maybe a deep green accent could look good. I just looked at the landscaping again and I was like, what did I do there? And I remember I did something bad. Moving over here to this little corner, it may not be the most ideal spot, but I think I would like to do a desk right here, just because I don't know where else we're gonna fit one. We're going to do this laptop. I will remember that we will do this laptop, right? We're gonna do this chair, and I'm going to remember every piece of clutter that I placed down, and I'm not going to place it down again. You know what would fit perfectly right here? The authority. But we can use one of the authority dupes. One of those is the layers of leaves from Get to Work. You know, I really like this desk area. Maybe they did a renovation for like a gemologist and that was left over. They were like, actually, I hate that picture. You can have it. Should I paint the ceiling? A lot of you are probably screaming, yes, obviously, but I don't know. The walls are white, so it matches. I'm not gonna paint it this time. Moving on into the first bathroom now. We have a lot of space and we need lights. I don't know what to do. Do we do the high school years ceiling light? That might be our best bet right now. What do we do about sinks? That just registered to me because we have room for double sinks, but we don't really have the ability to do double sinks. The closest I can think is like the Dream Home Decorator ones that are similar swatches, but they don't look similar at all. We could do a Parenthood sink and a Parenthood counter with a sink in it. No, that literally looks so bad. Cottage living sink and cottage living counter. That one is better. Like, it makes sense if you don't think about it. Do you know what my friend Simterior just told me today? If you size up the Growing Together shower tub combo by 1.06, it blends perfectly with the wall. I'm gonna link her channel down below. Please go follow her. I was always trying to alt place it into the wall, which works if you don't have tool mod, but now that I know this, my life has changed. How do we do a hanging light in the toilet room without making it look like it's like an interrogation room? This one from Dream Home Decorator isn't that bad. Okay, now we have come to the difficult part of what do we put on the walls here. I think we prioritize tile right here in the back with the shower. We could do some tile right back there. And then this doesn't match. Okay. That doesn't look that bad. It matches our flooring. And then do we do another spa day tile like on this wall? This is another one that it's like, it looks kind of normal until your eye registers what's going on. And then we come to the toilet room. I don't know what to do here. Maybe a combination of Jungle Adventure, because we can make all of those match and then we're just left with one wall, and that Get Famous one matches close enough. It looks so weird with the toilet room being gray and everything else being like nice warm brown. We gotta do a mirror like this, I think, because we can't do like two matching ones right next to each other. I kind of like the Love Struck one. I'm just gonna throw in a little bit more clutter, and this is going to be our bathroom number 1. Okay, so let's move on to bedroom number 1. And I think the logical thing would be to do this as a kid's room so that we don't even think about wanting to use the same things in the upstairs bedroom. We have come to the unfortunate dilemma yet again of lighting. Now, this one is actually kind of good at illuminating the whole room. I don't know if I have ever used this before in my life. Ooh, maybe we could do these curtains back here. They don't have a curtain rod to go in the middle, and that's tough. I'm not gonna be looking for one. Those look so nice with this bed. We could do a small dresser. I kind of want to give them their own TV. I'm gonna add a dollhouse. Pro tip, if you size it down with your left bracket key, it will still function. The kids will still like play with that. Guess what? I want another authority because it would fit so perfectly right there. Let's branch out and find another plant that works. What if the for rent plant works right here? It actually kind of does. Ooh, we could do some of the posters from kids' room. Oh my god, wait, that's a fairy. We're about to get fairies. This is so exciting. I think we can do quite a few posters since they all kind of count as different items. What kind of rug could we do? This shouldn't be that hard. This one is really pretty. Color scheme wise, this is everything to me. But now we have to ruin it all and do the walls. My research has said we have not done impeccable plaster yet. We can do that on this wall. And I don't think we've done Art of Subtlety. What if we did a blue version right there? I think I'm most likely to repeat a wall because I can't remember what I've done already. Plain but pretty on this wall, maybe? Let's do like a light yellow. And then maybe we'll do this peachy one right here, because that actually almost looks exactly the same as that one. Ooh, how about the Pride wall art right here? And then the embroidery collection kind of looks so cute right there. I think this is going to be our kids' room. I am actually overjoyed at how it turned out. Moving up to the hallway area, I'm not gonna do too much here. I think we'll do a fence here. For flooring, we might just do something like this. We need a simple door into the bedroom. And it doesn't make the most sense, but I'm adding this shelf just because it works with medium wall height and that's what we have here. Oh gosh, I gotta find something to paint this wall. I don't know what I've used and what I have not. I don't think I've used desert skies yet. Maybe we could do the like cupcake lights from Dream Home Decorator. What if we start getting silly goofy? What if we do a stone accent wall? And it looks similar enough to this one that we can kind of wrap it around. Unbent smoothness, I think we can do that right there. And then solid concrete. Those actually go together quite nicely. What if we do an interesting wall decoration up here too? Ooh, the tapestry. It's perfect. It's perfect. Let's move into the main bedroom now. Let's do some carpet. What do we want for lighting? The Party Essentials hanging lights really do provide a good amount of light for what they are. So do the tiny living lights. This room is really weird because I chose the smaller windows. What if we use the snowy escape bed in the pinkish swatch? Okay, we can use the one side table from Snowy Escape. This is the other one, but we already used that in the living room. Maybe we can do this one from Businesses and Hobbies. I feel like it's better to commit to things not looking cohesive than having them clash, if that makes sense. We'll do the Snowy Escape dresser over here. And I would love a little sitting and reading area. And then what if we get a lamp over here for more light? Oh, I do like this one from Businesses and Hobbies. What if I did a little fireplace? I don't think I'm gonna get this in like a good centered spot though. What if I did a different fake fireplace? Like this one from the holiday pack. I do think it is time to think about the walls before I think about clutter. I want something warm on the walls. This brick is really pretty, but maybe it should go on this one because then we get the brick backing on the fireplace. I don't think I did the sun faded paint anywhere yet, so we could do that. A concrete idea. I don't believe that has made an appearance. Vibrant Casa interior wall. I don't think we used that anywhere. That is coming together quite nicely. I kind of don't like the carpet. What if we did a different carpet? When we make it like a dark green, that kind of changes everything. I think it looks a lot better that way. The big question here is what do we do for the curtains? Because what we can actually do is do these ones again, except they all use the same curtain rod, so I actually can't use these ones. Or I could just leave them like that. The Bahama Drama open curtains are very similar to the Captain's Quarters open curtains. And why are those slotting to different places? What? They complement each other. Well, I think we are at the point where I just need to add a little bit of clutter here and there. It feels weird not having a rug under the bed, but I didn't want to do that with carpet. So this is going to be our main bedroom of the house. All right, we are moving on finally to the bathroom up here. I do not know what to do about the lighting. I'm kind of out of all of my standards. Maybe we could do these ones from Dream Home Decorator. Those provide a good amount of light and can be kind of chill. But then you come to the toilet room and what do we do in here? Literally none of these are good. Maybe I size down Businesses and Hobbies. It provides an okay amount of light. For this one, we don't have room for double sinks, so that is going to be a big benefit to us actually. I can't use the same shower tub combo, so I'm gonna use this one. Now, does this work if I size this up to 1.06? It kind of does. I still have to slide it back in there a little bit. Oh, we did do these towels downstairs, but we can do the left to dry ones, the different ones up here. I'll use these toothbrushes. I did not use those downstairs. I'll use this soap. I did not use that downstairs. I use this bath mat. I did not use that downstairs. And we do have another toilet roll I can use. And now we have once again arrived at the time for tiles and flooring. So could we get subway tile in here? And then we could do that tile on the wall. Those don't look too bad together. I don't think we got to do the perfect horizontal mosaic in the bathroom downstairs, so we can use it up here. But the question is, does it look good? It literally doesn't. But we can save it with flooring, right? I mean, what if we just like change all that up and then it's like just a very white bathroom? Maybe if I left the shower tub combo size down, I wouldn't need to worry about the tiles being back there. Wait, maybe that's the move. And then I can get like a paint on the wall. We can do that one with the tile at the top. I don't love how that looks, but it's okay. And then in the toilet room, could we use this flooring from Spa Day? That is not the same as that flooring. So yes, I think we can. We could do some vertical tiles from the Sleek Bathroom Kit, pair them with some square tiles from the base game, maybe a little bit more square tiles from the base game. And guess what? Some more square tiles from the base game. It's groundbreaking. I know. And you know what? I think with this hand towel, that finishes the build because I did not give us a little backyard area for whatever reason. So that will wrap up the house where I cannot use the same item twice. I am so sorry if I missed anything and accidentally did use the same item twice. Of course, let me know down below in the comments, and let me know down below in the comments any other build challenges that you would like to see. This one was super highly requested and I love doing the ones that I know you guys really want to see. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We are always doing something silly goofy in The Sims over here. And we are also always doing something silly goofy in The Sims over on my Twitch channel. I stream every single weekend on Twitch and I would love to hang out with you live sometime. So make sure that you are following. That is linked down below. We also have a Discord server that is linked down below as well. And if you liked this video, YouTube thinks you will like whatever video it is showing to you on the screen right now. So go check it out and keep watching. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye!